Hi, friends. We are continuing the Inktober series here on day 16. And the color prompt I chose for today is sunset. Now, in Arizona, we have glorious sunsets, and it is so awesome to see those golden colors shining over the mountain, and especially if there are just a few clouds in the sky and they all get tinged with that purple and red and pink, and just the gradient of the colors is amazing. And our basketball teams have incorporated that, and with our purple and orange uh, color scheme for our basketball teams, they do some really fun gradients with those colors. So I'm going to try and recreate that. We'll see. But I have some thoughts about this series, and I need you to stick around and give me some feedback at the end. So let's hop over to QuiltInk and start having fun with colors. So I'm using the favorite stars pattern that is pinned at the top of the pattern page. And you see the create new mockup on the right hand side. It doesn't matter which layout you choose to get started, but then there are three dots here that let you clear all colors. So you can take away the colors that I have selected for the pattern cover and work with your own. And then we want to unmerge all the pieces. And we said um, sunset, and I'm gonna work with this Cotton Couture from Michael Miller. I haven't selected that one in a while, and you can see just all these wonderful colors scrolling back and forth across the bottom. But I said that I wanted to use kind of this purple and gold orange color scheme gradient for the sunset. And let me start with kind of the lighter shades of orange here, and I'm going to work with this star first, and then we've got some purple shades, and I'm going to do those off to this side. And then we've got some blues. And then I'm going to go even a little bit darker. Whoops, undo that. I clicked in the wrong spot. So that you've got these kind of softer colors on the bottom half, and then getting to those kind of, the fading blue of the sky into the night shades of sunset. And then let me do the same thing, and I'm going to use my eyedropper just so that I can find those same colors. And I am going to make this whole left-hand star a sunset. And I am going to choose my 4 colors here for I'm going to put the lighter ones on the outside and that darker one in the center for each of my shades. Just having fun doing things a little bit different each day, trying to vary my placement of, darks and lights around my stars there. And let's see, what do I want to do for my right-hand star? We are going to continue that same kind of look, but this time I'm going to go with the, uh, let me do, I was going to do the two sunset colors, my uh, purple and my orange. And notice how I put the darks across from each other and the lights across from each other. And then I'm just going to come around the circle again with my blue and grays. And I'm going to alternate this time. And so I'm putting a lighter blue with the darker orange just to build in that contrast. There we go. And let me use this lighter orange as my sashing, just to play up uh, the sunset idea. And then we'll go to our, I'm really liking that purple. Oops, I was gonna do that. Hang on. Wanted my purple accent to be my cornerstones, actually. We're gonna use cornerstones tonight. And then I'll just, since we are a sunset, let me use that gray on the outside. That's a pretty nice color scheme. I'm liking that. I missed one little purple corner, so let me put that in there. Or let me see. Let me try my a blue border instead. You know, it is true blue quilt. Yeah, I like that. I like that a little bit better. So there are my sunset colors. Let me know what you think of this color scheme. And I said I had some questions about this series, and I'm wondering if what questions you have about using color and auditioning colors with this type of coloring page, whether it's digital or printed. Do you ever use those for your quilts, or do you play with the fabric directly, get an idea for a color scheme and go right to the fabric and maybe make a test block so that you can see things in, real life vivid color or do you depend on these kind of color swatches and use that as part of your design process? The other question I had is if you would like to see these daily videos continue through the end of the month, or if you would be content with summarize, several days in a row and just, every 4 or 5 days, I'll do a compilation video to round out the month. We have the full calendar so you can see what your ideas might be for the various color prompts that I have brainstormed, and then you'll get to see them come to life in my quilt designs. And I would love some feedback. So I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below, and we'll just keep exploring color in all of its wonderful variety. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.